Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wildermyth, where the Mothman is really just ruining everything. At this point, I think we're pretty committed to the plan. I think we do, in fact, just have to keep pursuing the Mothman, and at some point, the pillaging Morthagi incursion is going to wear itself out. Sadly, it's cutting directly between the fortified areas, which is a real bummer. But I'm hoping this will actually be the end of the chapter. Gosh, we really need it to be the end of the chapter. So another 23 days. How long do they have to... 4 days until the tier of fortifications is destroyed. So there's a pretty good chance that we're going to lose this. I mean, frankly, there's just not much we can do about it, though. Cutting back over there to fight about it, I think would end up costing us a lot more in the long run. Yep, that has happened. No beacons have led them here. No flashes or columns of disappearing dust have marred the spring sky. But gray-green fog wreathes a nameless castle. A growing host of Thrixel haunts its stones, like slavering hounds round a treed coon. Yeah, I thought the discretion of using the map would buy us all time, but it looks like they found him anyway. I believe they have kind of a nose for him by this time. I will say it's a little bit of a bummer that we finished searching. I should probably have paused the search, because we finished searching right before the other party finished rebuilding that other area. It's probably not a huge deal, right? It's just going to be like 3 points of resources that we don't get, but it's definitely like the right thing to do would have been to pause briefly. That makes you wonder, how much of this is them toying with us? Well, I'm noticing they're not entering the structure, which makes me think he's holding them off? He's kept them at arm's length a while now. I think his time's running short. Well, then it seems like probably we ought to do something about it, but also probably we ought to finish raising this henge first. So I'm going to just, there we go. An ingot and a spell thread. Okay. What did that, hold on. It does in fact say strength 0. Okay, that's probably not correct. My guess is that that's not right. But this is the actual final fight. Well, I think we're ready. I think we're all as tough as we're getting. That's just like the wrong button. I just 100% clicked the button that does not do the thing that I wanted. Yeah, I'm ready. We gotta... I have to let them travel the 0 days, apparently. Anyway. You know, it was like a fractional day at 0.3 days, but the text just truncates rather than rounding. As they gather for their approach, conditions around the castle undergo a troubling shift. Where are those Thrixel we were seeing? Did they move away? No, I just saw them all go still, suddenly and together. Then they filed inside. It couldn't have been more than an hour ago. Whatever was holding them back appears to have broken. The ancient fortress sucks cold wind through its whistling teeth. No living beast now lingers in the gloom outside its walls. That's probably beyond time we were in then. Right, Linvir, Gladglin, Yanfir? Separates Yanfir out. I just want you to know that I don't like you. Hey, does this count as storming the castle? It does, says the narrator, in a very Ron Howard sort of moment. Alright, so we have no idea. Ooh. Jesus Christ. That's... Alright. A full 20 Thrusks, 3 Drathixes, only 2 Bards, I guess. Boy. This sucks. This sucks and is going to suck for a long time. Okay, there's a Dweaver over there. I don't even know how that happened. Well, if we can hack through this stuff quickly enough, we can, like, sort of create a zone of safety over here. Let's, as ever, let's lead with Cherry. So, obviously, I mean, like, there's some pretty good Splinter Blasts available here. What can I grab right now? Okay. I'm kind of thinking I'll grab the rubble, grab the barrels, and then, because the rubble is stone. But I guess her calcifying doesn't really matter unless I move other people back. And I'm almost certainly not going to, right? I'm going to move Sinetta forward, if anything, because this is it's probably Sinetta's heroism time. So yeah, I guess she may as well move up. We'll move up adjacent to the rock. And I won't interfuse it just yet because I do want to blow up a Splinter Blast. Oh, man. I don't know, though. Is it better to Splinter Blast over here? These enemies could use the damage, but they don't really... Maybe the better move is, in fact, to interfuse the rock and just discus this way. So we do get a big Splinter Blast. This is my mace, right? Yes, okay. Still consistently a problem. Yeah, like the discus is actually quite a lot of damage, and it'll only do 3 damage to the rubble, so I'll be able to keep my calcify. Alright, let's... I'm going to run you up here, and I'm going to just mash Chain Lightning. No reason not to Thunderstomp. Man, the range on Thunderstomp has gotten really good. Okay, we got one. That's something. Who do I care about killing? It's probably the Dweavers, right? The Dweavers are more dangerous than the Seekers. The Seekers are pretty likely to just put people in stasis, which is like... It's not great, but it's certainly not, like... It's not as devastating as the Dweavers teleporting over and just hitting people for 7 damage. Nice. Okay, and that's a stun. Sadly, the 2 thrusts that took damage were the ones that were at 4 health. Because otherwise she could just double Quelling Moss here and kill everybody. So let's move you up. This is a perfect situation for a Zealous Leap into action. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, I might just, Yeah, I think I'm going to Heroism Linvir as well. Like, what we really want to do here is kill all of the enemies in this, like, backfield area, establish a choke point at the doorway, and then just fight all this other stuff sort of as it comes in slowly. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I am going to discus in this general direction. That's a shame. I wish she had done 1 more damage. But obviously, on the whole, this is a very productive first turn. Okay, so Sinetta is already in terrible shape. I didn't take long. Oh, we're not going to get the bounce. Well, I mean, we have to remove the Mind Worm, right? So I'm not sure exactly what the best way to go about doing that is. If Cherry runs over here, I can grab a calcify on the arch out there and then use that to start discusing around, and also potentially to get vision. Yeah, I think I like that. Please no stun. Okay, beautiful news. Okay, so that's pretty real. I mean, doing damage to the Dweavers is good, but I should probably just hit the Thrusks who will actually die, right? And fingers crossed for a stunt. Okay, so it's stunted on one of the targets. That does work. Beautiful. Wonderful stuff. I love that a stunt on any target of the attack gets me my my action point. Yeah, water, it feels like water is so much better than the other enchantments that it's like, it's kind of wild. You're not poisoned, right? I can't quite, sadly, cannot quite get the poison over to the person who really needs it. All right, well, I think I will do this Quelling Moss, and then we'll just take kind of a bad attack at the Unrelenting one. But you don't have to be the first one to attack the Unrelenting one. All right, excellent news. This rubble is tremendously important to our strategy as a whole. Oh, I gotta remember this rubble is a problem. So she does do 6 damage when she attacks scenery. All right. Yeah, we'll just shatter that, and then I guess just move up here. All right, no, it's probably an ambush, right? It's probably just laying an ambush. Yeah, you just take kind of a crummy shot, and then this could bounce. Like I have to remove the Mind Worm though, right? Yeah, I guess the Quelling Moss was a little wasted, but I couldn't do anything else with it. Okay, and good stunts. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time maintaining control of the objects in this room. There's just too many things that interfuse. Gosh, what a group of enemies. Okay, Cherry, what can you... So let's see, I can see this ruined wall, which is made of stone. Wonderful. And then I guess I can rock shield if I want to. Does that make sense to do? I guess I could also just interfuse this bookshelf and then drop a splinter blast here in the center of the room. Yeah, let's see exactly where I can put that, because that seems like it could be really good. And again, like, anytime I can execute a multi-target attack, it really pays to do so because of the many stunt chances. Yep, got one. Man, got the stunt and also killed 2 of the targets. It's pretty good. I guess let's start on you. Because this turn I'm thinking we're probably moving Yanfear forward and just throwing Quelling Moss through the gate. Yeah, that seems solid. Oh, wait, I thought it was showing... I thought that on the one that really mattered, it was showing a flanking shot. I guess not. So, I mean, obviously it's pretty trivial for Galadglin to move up here and just chop you. Hopefully draw some more enemy attention. And yeah, it's not a very compelling reason for you to move forward. Yeah, the whiff of that quelling moss really sucks. Wow, okay. So Sonetta is, like, still in grave danger, it turns out. Oh, here it comes. Alright, well, the Drathixes are bad news, for sure. Huh. Well, I mean, there's really nothing that's more important than killing the Drathix, right? Galadglin can afford to be mind-wormed. Thing has too much damn health, or armor, rather. So I can't imagine that this is going to give me the ability to Splinter Blast the Drathix. He's too far away, right? I can Splinter Blast off of the rocks down here. No, cancel. Hold on. I only have one thing that can Splinter Blast, so I don't have to do a selection. I guess Galadglin's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I undo his move? Alright. Let me backslam this Seeker for a kill. Become untouchable. Then have Cherry Splinter Blast. Yeah, there's no way to do this where it doesn't hit him, unfortunately. But there we go. He untouchables, and then he can move to here and also hit the Drathix really hard. And then we should be able to finish it off from there. Yanfir throws more Quelling Moss through the doorway. So the Drathix only effectively has like 4 health left. That said, I think that any play other than just shoot it is probably wrong. Okay, cool. So it's super dead. Sonetta, you are in grave danger, it turns out. Yeah, Sonetta needs to stay way back. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. That is excellent news. And both of those guys are dead already, which is wonderful. Was it 2? No, it was 3 Drathixes, right? So there's 2 left. My rocks. I need some of those. Okay. So yeah, you're both dead already. Yanfir absolutely throws Quelling Moss through the doorway and then shoots somebody. Wow. Absolute bullshit. Like, no, that is not what happened. Alright. Move through here and grab that ruined pillar, I suppose. I can throw rocks at them from this for a while yet. I think I'm going to move up to wall with Galadglin and just not let anybody else in the room. Actually, that's really awkward because Galadglin does need to move. I just did not do that well. Well, Galadglin can wall with this at least. So I think this turn I can afford to Remove the mind weave. Mind worm. Very nervous about you stepping up. Yeah, I guess you two can team. Ugh. I think I just throw more... I do not throw more quelling moss. But yeah, everything up there having 1,000 armor does make this a little awkward. I guess I probably move Sonetta forward and just silk step. Like, I don't think we can... I can go here and at least theoretically do some damage. And you know what? She does pretty good damage against the unresting ones. They do not really have any warding. Yeah, that's totally worthwhile. So this thing's... How poisoned is it? Is it 2 or 3? Oh boy, the thing where you don't get to see the tooltips of enemies anymore after a certain point in the battle is really rough. And it doesn't represent, like, on their big information card where it very obviously should tell you what their statuses are. It does not. So I think it's 3 poison. I think it took the quelling moss poison, which is the big one. I guess we're gonna have to start whittling this thing down. We haven't had to deal with very much stridulation, considering the number of thrusts that we've fought. And there have been bards up most of the time. Okay. Like, no. That's some bullshit. Shooting through solid objects. So she's dead. Yeah, she's gonna take 2 damage and there's nothing we can do to stop that, I think. It's wild how the thing had just enough movement to destroy all of the things that I was interfused with. And then fire through a wall at a bunch of people. That really sucks. Well... That is not... I was trying to click on Sonetta to select her. If I rock shield her, will that make her survive? How much health does this have? Not enough. Great. Alright, I might just discus this thing in the back. Alright, set up the initial direction of attack. And then... Sadly, it has 1 health too much. But if... What I'd really like to do is finish it off with Sonetta, which is safe to do if we just kill this thing. Because Sonetta only has to hit it for 1 damage, right? And it turns out she can do slightly better than that. And then next turn we can rock shield her, and hopefully the rock shield will absorb 1 point of poison damage. And I think if it does, that's enough to save her. She survives the poison at 1. And if not, I shall be very cross. At least they're running out of stuff that's next to me to interfuse. Okay. Yep, Galadlin's armor is getting all fucked up. And then, is there something else out here for me to interfuse? There is not. Because every object in the area is already grabbed. Just like books and stuff back here. None of it's made of stone, though. Well, I mean, just like interfusing random objects is still good for her, obviously, because there is the vigor flow. So I guess I'll grab this, and then I think I am going to just use the discus. So your armor's low enough that slams are no longer really viable against a lot of enemies. Wow, that was pretty good. I mean, it feels bad not to do this. I don't know what I'm going to do with that action point. Well, I mean, I'm going to hold on with it. That's what I'm going to do. Sonetta can... Oof, I have to get real close to have Sonetta participate in the battle in any way. Way closer than I'm comfortable with. And her weapon doesn't have the reach to hit anything over here, so I guess it's just like I move. I don't really want to give up my wall position, but I think we have to get closer to some other stuff. All right, let's have... Here, she can provide the wall for Galadglin from here. And then quelling moss deep into this area is pretty powerful. I think you maybe just Silk Step? So, one of those thrusts is going to narrowly survive. We got to start working on the bard at some point. Like the bard does need to go. It is covering a pretty good object. But I guess if I kill the bard during my turn, but without Cherry available, well, I'm not going to kill him with this attack anyway. I may as well. But yeah, I should kill him at the beginning of next turn so Cherry can interfuse this before the enemy turn. That barrage is not going to get anywhere near anything. You know what? I don't think I do move her. I think I just don't do anything. I should interfuse another object in this room for vigor flow purposes. At this point, I wonder what percentage of our overall damage is done by Yanfir. It's got to be a lot, right? We rely on her poison as a way to solve large groups a lot. Okay, the rock shield did in fact absorb one hit. And it absolutely saved her life. So I think we can afford to remove the Mind Worm. I'm going to engage. I guess I can't engage anyone in a meaningful way. But also there's nothing else to do with the action point. So, well, if we can bring this thing down, then engaging something on the other side of it is probably pretty reasonable. All right, so I think I'm just going to interfuse. We're just going to go for the big Vigor Flow melee attack, right? Swap over to this thing, and I'm not allowed to hit it. Annoying. Stupid short-ranged weapons. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to... once again, I was selecting an object because I thought I had... they have the table. All right. Getting a little annoyed with the controls basically, like, constantly fighting me. Maybe I just do 2 of these. This is pretty good, too. I really want to kill the Scorier during this turn, though, if I can. Let's see. Okay, that's cool. Hitting my stun is cool. I wonder how much cover he's going to have. Because obviously I want to back her way off. Alright, we kept a pretty reasonable angle. So Linvier hitting this thing does nothing. But also she can't hit anything else. She's not going to be able to put it in a place where Galadglin can kill it. But if we do it in the other order, that might work. Yeah, there is this is available as well. All right, let's Quelling Moss through the gap. Catch y'all. And then hope for a stunt. A 25% chance. It wasn't bad. Alright, so now we do that, and then I think she just... Guess I'm just gonna hit this thing. Hey, we're getting there, right? Slowly but surely. It's a shame that the thrusks that come out of the eggs aren't poisoned if the egg was poisoned. That got your back thing is like kind of cool, but it's a bummer that it can eat untouchable without triggering the cost. Oh, she's dead. Cool. So she's gonna take a mind worm damage here. This is too damn many enemies. Alright, well, it didn't even come down to the mind worm. -2 health for the campaign. Yep. That is unfortunately how that is going to have to go. Fire Chicken should be fairly live. It does 1 damage, and I think that's actually a critical amount of damage. Wow, that's definitely what I want. How I wanted that to bounce to go. All right, we can grab the fire and just bounce the fire through a bunch of the thrusks. That's something. So Galadglin only does 1 damage with Back Slam now. I guess I will... Yeah, engage a close thrust and just kill this one. Yep. Like, we have to remove the non-thrust enemies, obviously. Ah, there's the other Drathix, right, because there has to be another Drathix. Ah, this is too many enemies. Okay. That's a big bunch of pins. That's useful. God damn it. Yennefer would be so good here. Alright. So now... Moving you up here guarantees your death. We're pretending that Linvier can't see that bard. I get the... Yeah, okay. Cherry can get the bard. Obviously, like, the thing is, we really need it to be somebody else. Because Cherry needs to grab the rock pile. And there's nothing Linvier can do to see the bard. But... maybe we can clear up the visual path to it. This kills Linvier, but also, like, what else am I going to do? Because if we can kill that bard... Alright, first of all, that's highly relevant. Secondly... Sherry being able to interfuse that rock pile is huge. So we just, like, withdraw from anything. Interfuse that rock pile, and now we can send... Let me swap it back to my wand. We can send a discus out for... Can't quite get the Drathix. We can start working through these other real enemies. Yep, Yanfear would be, like, extremely good here. Gladglin has enough armor that a backslam on that Dweaver is actually very good. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to take damage from moving here. You know, it's friendly fire. And everybody knows it's a great idea to get hit by friendly fire. Ugh, man, his armor is so massacred. It's probably just like... Yeah, I should have engaged, I guess. Oh, there goes Sonetta. Yep. Loses 2 health for the remainder of this game. Why is the templating on that different from the templating on the other one we chose? What is the difference between for the rest of the campaign and for the rest of this game? You know, Gladglin, you are allowed to sometimes not get hit by stuff even when your untouchable isn't up. Okay. Well... his armor has been so nuked. Pretty good time for a big pin. What is the most critical target? I mean, the Drathix, right? But it is doing a great job of intentionally hiding. Frustrating. You know, maybe I should just hack it up here. Because without Yanfear, we're never going to be able to fight our way through. Like, they will continue to produce new Thrusks faster than we could possibly fight them. So yeah, let's nope. Once again, taking away my ability to access the escape menu. Let's give this a try in a different way. Because we are definitely going to lose that mission. We're going to get completely overwhelmed. So we have to do this in a very, very different way. We have to clear out these initial enemies without spending the heroisms, I think, because the heroisms get even more important later. Alright, so let's hope Gladglin is able to, in that position, keep the Thrusks focused. Cool, blocked. Alright, well, that's very bad news. I needed, like, realistically, we needed multiple crits there. Do I just poison the hell out of the Dweavers? Probably. Nope, they're invulnerable to normal attacks, sadly. That's going to be a big problem in the long term. Alright, Alright, so this one's not going to be able to interfuse anything. See, if he spends his block that way, he should still get the riposte attack. Either that, or you should be able to turn off him choosing to spend his block that way. 3 armor shredded on the first turn. 4 armor shredded on the first turn. That dramatically. 5 armor shredded on the first turn. That basically has halved Galadglin's attack output, or damage output, on most turns. Well, on half of turns, I suppose. Okay. Great. They completely surrounded my teammates, so any attempt to lay out the poison is just going to hit my own people. We definitely need to remove the stasis. And then you have to just take the rest of this damage. I engage the Seeker and then kill an enemy for untouchable. Remove Mindworm rather than doing any of the things I want to do, and then we hope for a stunt. Alright, I mean, it kills fine. A stunt would have been pretty good there, though. Okay, so that's a kill as well. And then Sherry must remove Mindworm. So we can probably get a decent Splinter Blast out of this. Yeah, that was decent. Hooray! Okay, that was a stroke of real good luck. So yeah, like this, the density of the enemies is so incredibly high that without Yenfir doing multiple quelling mosses per turn, there's just no way we could possibly kill them all. We don't have enough AoE type damage, frankly. So I mean, you do need to remove the Mindworm. I mean, he's probably going to die, right? I don't really know that there's a lot. I'm trying to think here. How far forward? We probably don't want to push him very far forward at all, I guess. I think he probably actually just stays still. Cherry can double interfuse this turn, which is good news. My suspicion is we're going to need this as well. And then we do a Splinter Blast off of this thing for just a whole bunch. And really, like, fingers crossed for a stunt on here somewhere. Okay, we did get one. In which case, don't really want to discus. Ooh, I should interfuse that while I'm still able to. Before they get to it. It sucks a lot that this is going to consume an entire action. And because I can't throw to this tile, I can't... bummer. Well, I guess Linvir's action is the least important. And the Yenfir can't quite get a good throw. You know what? That's not bad. I'll just do 2 of those. It's fine. Okay. Once again, just kind of burning his untouchable for very little there. We have to hope the Seeker down here can't kill Sonetta, because I did not have time to deal with it. So, fingers crossed on that, I guess. This rules. The Galadglin chaining untouchables off of Thrusks is very good. Very good stuff for us. Okay, that's annoying. Ooh, that's maybe the worst possible thing that could have happened. Oh, so everyone's stasised. Okay, that's fun. So we're gonna have to chain the stasis off. Right, and so now you have to move here. Destasis her. I guess we don't have to deal that much damage this turn. So you move here and clear stasis off of... I don't think it matters too much which order we do this in. Here moves stasis off of her and then just crushes something. And then she can still interfuse. And what do I want to interfuse? Probably this. And then we're going to Splinter Blast this table. Well, don't really want to lose the rocks, but like actually a discus off of this thing at the Dweaver. Yeah. Oh wow, that was lucky. It did not attempt to bounce at all, which is very strange. So the rubble only has 1 health. If I do a melee attack, the Vigor Flow will devour it. But I think I'm going to lose it either way, so I think I am going to just go ahead and use it, but I'm going to use it this way. There we go, because we get a double off of it. Okay, I think we've reestablished control of the room for the moment. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff flooding in here. Hooray! Just headbutting rocks for no reason at all. Man, the poison. Okay, so we're getting some coverage here. Well, we definitely have to deal with this thing. No bounce, huh? Well, just try it. Cool. Okay, that's a bigger problem. It's like, I'm going to Quelling Moss over here. Really? And then we're going to fingers crossed for the stunt? Nope, that thing's just invulnerable. Well, that's fun. I mean, I guess. I could have sequenced this for... Yeah. I could have sequenced it differently and made that happen better, I guess. God, there's so much stuff that we need to deal damage to here. And with Galadglin actually having all of his armor stripped, he only has 1 attack per turn. Yeah, I guess the move is just engage something, kill something else. And sadly, there's nothing... Oh, never mind. I was going to say there's nothing we can do to stop this thing from getting an attack off before we kill it. But accidentally pinning it will, in fact, do the job. Okay, we gotta keep the low health people back at this point. Galadglin is taking way too much damage. That's really frustrating that she can't quite get the Drathix. Let's try this. Okay, so they're both dead. And then... those rocks over there are gone. Is a thing that we could still pull, but I don't have the actions, right? Because I need to remove the mind worm. I don't know. I could just step up to here. Yeah, I probably have to. And then Discus can't actually hit anything except the Drathix, which is a little bit of a shame. Maybe I just stand here and remove Mindworm? No, we have to start getting damage on it. Okay, good time for a stunt. Pretty cool, actually. Yeah, you have to move forward. Fortunately, this gives Galadglin a really easy kill. And then, sadly, you are in just, like, dire shape. I do have a shot on this thing, but it's a very, very bad shot. I'm kind of thinking about, like, potentially hitting Heroism. Okay, that is a non-flanking hit. Yeah, I don't know. The Heroism here just does not feel very good. We gotta open this up, though, because, like, it has to be the case that we can get Galadglin through, right? Because otherwise, we are never going to kill that Drathix. Alright, so I think my plan... Ah, that sucks. My plan was to run up there and then Silk Step over to the right, and then at the beginning of the next turn, throw the Heroism. Okay, it is just going to come through. Galadglin. Also, Cherry is mind-wormed every turn. Huh. Well, I mean, it's an interesting position. So Galadglin needs to engage something. And then if we can get 4 health off of this thing, we can get untouchable on it. I think this is where we pop Heroism for her. Alright, now let's see if Galadglin has it under control, or if we need to finish it off with her. Okay. And then she instead does a bunch of damage to the Scorier. And feeds through to the enemies behind. There we go. I was really hoping we would get to finish that. And then Yanfyr does need to move up. We're not getting the poison throw quite deep enough. But if we move up right now, she's just going to get Drathixed. Right, like, in fact, the way things have lined up here, we probably have to move Lidvir back. Because I need the Drathix's poison to not hit everyone. So Yanfyr can just do this. Awesome. Great news. How much health is left on that? 4? Boy, that's not the number I wanted. Kind of want to just move Cherry over to here. Like, I'm sort of abandoning Galaglin, but I'm trying to make it so the Drathix can't hit more than one person at a time. Well, he certainly tried, though. Got no respect for the laws of physics. Alright. Yep. Okay, poison's over. Boy, this seems dangerous. So this guy's already dead. Does not feel like it helps me very much to do this. I guess there's a chance of a stunt here, which would let me move the fire to a place where it actually does help. Yep, okay. Hey, look, we found the other one. And I guess I just lay down an ambush in the doorway because everything that I can currently see is already dying. But yeah, if the Drathix is able to come through and lay out a poison spread that actually hits multiple people, I'm pretty sure we're screwed. Man, look at the size of that damn thing. How? How can you miss it? Also, like, I think the game design needs to decide whether these creatures have structure and substance or not. Because if I can't see through tiny ones to attack ones that are much larger behind them, then they also can't move through each other in a doorway that's too small for either of them. Like, the rules of the game function in whatever way would be most annoying from moment to moment. I just don't think that that's a great design necessarily. So I do still have the fire. Let's definitely interfuse this. And then also... there's a rock pile over there. Definitely grab that. And do I just run the fire back over here? You do quite a bit of damage to the Kinestend, and it will set the attack direction in a pretty favorable way. And I'll get a stunt out of it. And get to throw a Splinter Blast off of these barrels. That's the tiny one, though. Or I could just jump the fire again, I suppose. You know, that's not bad. She does get it done. Alright, so that kills everything except the Kinestend. Why can you not? Are we seriously pretending that she can't see that? Her line of sight to this thing is being blocked by that egg. I guess ambush? And then, like, it's not safe for her to come out, right? We have to be so careful with her. Yep, it is not. If I Quelling Moss... I'm not going to be able to stealth again after a Quelling Moss. I'm just going to wait. It's a little bit silly. All right, here we go. Here's where we got to pop whatever we got left. All right, so you have a heroism. You almost certainly just have to Quelling Moss twice. But we're gonna set ourselves in danger mode here. Fire Chicken doesn't end the turn. Yeah. And then we Chain Lightning the Drathix, even though it's not. Oh boy. Sonetta's gonna suffer here, but we gotta get direction set on that Drathix, right? Direction and damage. Alright, so you must now Splinter Blast this over here. No stunt, that's a shame. But we did get the armor down pretty far. Okay, excellent news. And then honestly, I think it makes more sense to throw more poison than it does to do an attack. Oh, that block sucks. Really? All right, so the Nightmare survives, which is a real shame. They both survive. Sonetta is in some considerable danger here. Oh, there's a stridulation. We're almost through the really dangerous ones though. Okay, Sonetta's dead. Well, I still have I do still have a rock. So I guess I could rock shield her and she will survive. Boy, but at what cost? Like, is it worth it? So if I want to do that, let's say I interfuse probably just random object, right? Just to keep Vigor Flow. I can't afford to remove my Mind Worm. I have to Rock Shield Sonetta to try to avoid accumulating even more penalties for the final chapter. And then it's either Splinter Blast this thing or... No, wait, that's not my fire. It is just Splinter Blast this thing. And I can only do it in such a way... Okay, I was going to say, if I can seriously only hit myself with it, that's very disappointing. There we go. Okay. So... Excellent. So Yanfjör... So Sonetta's got a little bit of health to work with. If she does hit with the Chain Lightning, she kills this thing. But she can't silk step if I do that. I am really not sure what the right move is here. If Yennefer gets hit with a poison spit, she's dead too, right? So it's like, it's pretty risky, I feel like, to move up and throw the poison, but I also feel like moving up and throwing the poison is, like, not moving up and throwing the poison probably kills us in the long term. So it's got a range of about 6 tiles. It's always hard to know what the game will allow you to get away with in terms of, like, throwing a thing on diagonal. But I guess we have undo for moves. Yeah, I think that's got to happen. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And we move Sinetta. I guess here is safest. All right, let's see what happens. The Mindworm kills her, I think. Unless I re-rock shield her, because now I have to absorb another point of poison damage. No, okay. The rock shield HP comes off after the Mindworm. That's actually very important to my survival. Okay, so I have no way of removing armor anymore. There's nothing in this room that can be... These can be barraged, but yeah, there's nothing in this room that can be splinter blasted anymore. Okay. I don't have to remove Mindworm. God, we're so close. We're so close. You absolutely have to remove Mindworm. Oh, boy. All right, fingers crossed. Well, we got a stun. We got a stun. That's not bad. Most things here... Gosh. These enemies have so much armor and warding and shit. It's like it's nearly impossible to do any meaningful damage to any of them. Alright, the Drathix, I think, is what's making it impossible for me to shoot the Weaver. Let's see, if I move forward... Like, I kind of have to move forward and grab the barrage, I think. Grab any barrageable item and then barrage it at them. I could also move forward and just punch the damn thing. With the interfusions I have now, the expectation is that I would do quite a lot of damage, and I actually can interfuse one more thing. Okay, I think that was completely necessary. So if you remove Mindworm, you throw poison, and then we figure out a way to kill the Dweaver, which, with Linvir being allowed to do stuff, we actually totally can. There's a possibility here. It's like you're already dead, right? You're poisoned. Yeah, like the green is poison. I really wish that the tooltip would give me... Okay, it's fine. It is poisoned. We know that. So, like, remove Mindworm, Quelling Moss, or just shoot. This thing being stunned has really bought us a lot of room to breathe, I think. Yeah, just shoot at it. Hopefully stunt. You have to remove Mindworm, and then... Not an ideal bounce. Oh no, actually, that thing is dead, though. So now, what Linvir is doing, actually, is putting down an ambush somewhere. So the Bard's going to come through the doorway, and the Dweaver's going to teleport in through something that is enchanted. Oh no, that is my fire. So this is their fire. So I think if I put down an ambush, I had to move forward. I put down an ambush like approximately, why am I not allowed to set an ambush there? Undo move. Is it a line of sight thing because of that one thrust? It must be, right? All right, let's try this. Yeah, okay. That maybe? All right, the Scorier will take non-lethal damage this turn, but it will put him at a point where he takes lethal damage before he gets to act again. Oh my god. Absolutely gorgeous. And did the pin... Okay, no, that wasn't the bard getting pinned. Okay. Ooh. I think we've done it, and only Galadglin had to die. Can I... Oh, she can run all the way through there. Interesting. Jesus. Some of us are fast as hell. Alright, I'm gonna run through here. Did you know there's 16 Dweavers left alive who just had not elected to join the game? Well, good thing I stunted. I will just come back. I thought we were done because the enemies had stopped playing. That's not. I was clicking to select. I mean, this is very grim. This is very, very bad. Alright, Cherry, remove Mindworm, which I had not done before because I didn't think it was necessary. A torch is a problem. Fortunately, I get to fight from around the corner a lot. So this thing is, it's this guy who did it, right? He's dead. Yeah, so I don't actually have to come over here and do anything about that. Jesus Christ, how many of them are left? How can it be so many? Well, if I run to here, I think I should be able to... Yeah, there we go. So Sonetta has the Quelling Moss as well. I'm so nervous. It's so easy for her to die. Wow, she poisons hard, too. Oh yeah, alarm? Do you think there might be bad guys around? These enemies are just now realizing that there's been combat. I mean, that's a more nefarious position, right? Because now he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 9 health. The 2 of them running forward and both throwing poison necessarily cannot kill him. All right, we're gonna back up. They can come around the corner, or they can not fight us at all. I guess I should be silk stepping. There's no reason not to silk step with those two. Well, just elected not to hit. What fresh cowardice is this? And he counted it. You know he counted it. All right, I'm going to interfuse another object. And then, yeah, I guess I'll hop this fire forward. You're good. You're good. All right, that stops his movement. Please let this actually be the last one. Nope, it wasn't. Okay. Well, we'll move forward on this coming turn. Cherry, fire leash this thing forward. Doesn't seem to be another enemy alive. I guess let's have the invincible people, or the invisible people, rather. Sinetta is anything but invincible. Just start probing forward. Nothing yet. Boy, this fire's getting a little bit serious. Maybe want to get some people out of here just for that reason. Well, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, you can also silk step, I guess. The only person who has to remain visible is Cherry. Yeah, Cherry can make it up here. Does that break any of my infusions? No, then let's withdraw from this fire and interfuse with... There we go. There was, in fact, a Dweaver. I'm going to have Cherry just move to a position where the Dweaver definitely can't see her. And interfuse with some more rocks. There we go. She's borderline invincible. And then we're going to position to do terrible things to this thing next turn. I don't know if setting an ambush is going to take me out of Grey Plane. I assume that it will. So I'm just going to move up here. Well, I'm not allowed to skip my turn, so I guess... Okay. I guess it must not, right? Okay, so the Dweavers have some real wacky combat AI that doesn't necessarily drive them to fight you at all. A tier 2 crossbow artifact. More accuracy than normal and +1 stunt damage. What is Yennefer actually doing with her bow? It's just a normal tier 2 bow? It does do better damage and... Yeah. Alright, we'll just replace yours. Knock the target into another enemy to displace it, deal half damage, and hobble both enemies. So only half of... It's not clear to me whether this will have the damage that is done to one enemy if you just backslam one enemy or not. And honestly, shield cheer seems pretty good. Well, we made it. It was narrow for sure, and also Galadglin, he leveled up, so hopefully he gained as much health as he lost there, fingers crossed. The corridors sigh, a draft of air flowing through them that billows cobwebs, blows bitter, inky smells out the cracks in windows. There's a door up here. Knights from books could have lived here, but a long time ago, huh? The crumbling shoulders of the keep seem to sag a little deeper. A chasm in the ground drops to a barely seen basement floor. They sidle past, tickling free fragments that spill down and shatter in darkness. Come to stand before a waxy door. Kind of has a strangely pristine look to it. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner and sturdier than everything else, huh? The whole wall just fades as they speak those words. Even the halls are wearing masks. A quiet chamber lies beyond, peaceful and abandoned. If you're here, Mr. Mothman, it's time to come out. It's safe as it'll get. You hear me? We want to get out of here. No need to quack quite so loud, Ducky. What a weird thing to say. He's just a big fan of the Breakfast Club, I guess. And before you do start lecturing me... Oh, you're hurt. Let me help. Scrapes and grazes, dear bird. I will now expend the remainder of my power to shield us from her sight. In exchange, kindly take me away from this place. By her sight, he means Ekthys? Is watching us? The signatures of all uncautious life are exposed to her inner eye. She can dream of us, may be a better way to express it. A gloomy cloud gathers round the Mothman. Feel free to look away. And grows. Cosmic black covers all but the points of his eyes. Twisting, wisping stars wander like lost bees. Then, they all blink in the ordinary dim of the castle room. It is done. Is it? So, are we safe? Going pinionless, afoot, we may remain obscured. Then it's time to start walking, isn't it? Indeed, I suspect she shall peel the place apart. Under cloak and while our fortunes hold, let us be away. You led us on a wide-ranging chase. Why not come to us, or hide your presence from them entirely, like you say you're doing now? Questions, yes. Don't fall down here. Would you believe I have been so deeply fatigued I could scarce assemble any clear idea of where I was or how to find you? 6 years I have fled, a moth in a forge, unable to land long, stumbling and flitting away from heat and hammers. A regular rabbit might have run himself raw, but no, I am cleverer and more winged than that. I stayed only as far from her grasp as was necessary, and then, wandering terrafract, I at last found one unguarded glimmerseen. One gap was all I needed. Slipped through, but summoned no better inspiration than to send up a flare and hope my birds swooped in. You were hunted, so you left us assurance of your identity, and you left that glimmerseen behind. Yes, a summer house from long ago. That was where I thought to go next. Some places stay fixed in the mind. I knew I would not have long there before they followed. From what you told me, you were quite close as well. I am sorry, I was fighting senselessness. But you changed your strategy. You knew where we were going, or you knew where you were going next. Indeed, I left you a map, and I went home. It was prettier when I was a child, gallivanting through the corridors, climbing columns and bookcases, and sneaking into small spaces to read. Memories still pull me there. Dreams. Home is the naturalist place to end up. But does that mean... Yes, I am a prince. It was a long time ago. A long, buried time. My advice to you, dear birds, do not outlive all you have loved. Your idle talons will turn to mischief, and your mischief will damage those with something still to treasure. In any case, I do not merely seek asylum, but also am here to give warning. Our Ecthis, your Illuna, she will ruin this world if she is not stopped. The delicate caveat is that stopping her may be impossible. Her powers are beyond mine, and her body is beyond death. But also, she just blows up rocks sometimes for no reason at all. Can I ask, maybe we could just talk it out? Make peace with her? Present company excluded, she hasn't decided to hurt anyone, right? You could say we've all given her reason. Perhaps an appeal would work, but I would strongly urge you to have a second plan. You will not face her twice. From what I am given to understand of her aims, she intends to remake the animal, the human animal, in the image of herself. We saw the beginning of that work already. She will evoke a great change in the blood of all of our kind, across this and all yonderings. But what does that even mean? Is that something she can do? And also, how do you presume to know? Sorry, but we're supposed to believe she told you her plan? Well, she told me a plan. She is a thoughtful one. She tried to make me see. We both contain immensities, and smallnesses, and hypocrisies. Some more than others, yes, but they are things we would never have comprehended left alone. Tell me it's not your story as well. I only ever saw flaws, weaknesses in myself. Now I know those were doors waiting to be unlocked. You shouldn't be fighting me. You should be at my side, helping it happen. You certainly have no obligation to credit my story. Her goals sound sort of benevolent, though, don't they? In her future, it is the gifted like her, and perhaps the mystics and potential mystics among you. They inherit the world. Everyone else will fade into poor, violent sorrowers like those you have been forced to put down. That divide does not make her happy, but it will not make her stop. I am sorry. I am still quite exhausted. A big gloomy hole is what I need. Boy, if I had a nickel. No protection will keep her off us forever. I thank you deeply for sheltering me, and if I must go to draw her ire off your necks, I will blithely go. If you intend to fight her, you will have my aid. Good night. The Mothman makes for the basement, where he's pushed together a musty, dark nest he likes. And as soon as he leaves, everybody's like, God, I thought he would never shut up. He seems different. More serious. Nothing can kill her, did he say? I mean, nothing will keep her at bay? Didn't do a good job of leaving us with hope. It's that impossible riddle. Who can joust with lightning and slay the storm? Ah, yes, that extremely common riddle that everybody knows. Answers rarely leap to frantic fingers. A season of searching rakes by, before one curious, half-remembered page flutters through the rooms of Cherry's mind to drape itself on her consciousness. Okay, well, I hope that's less than... Oh, just spring has passed? Wonderful. We needed it to be less than 10 years, right? Because if Galadglin retires, then we're totally screwed. Our victory has very minorly undermined the enemy's plans. Cool. That's exactly the things I was hoping to lose. As spring gives way to summer, harrowed and hurried as he was that season, Galadglin found his favorite joys more plentiful and more graspable than they'd ever been. No days before had contained so many subtle treasures. Among the whole company, a quiet eagerness for life softly burned. Who could say how many more days there'd be? Elsie leveled up, and she gets... Maybe Battle Dance? Battle Dance is pretty cool. And she does have a long weapon. She's a little bit more likely to get to use it. Let us not advance Aeneas' transformation. I mean, yeah. The speed is probably more relevant. Okay. This got pretty long for an episode where we only did a single battle. So I think this is where we're going to call it for today. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to be stepping into the 5th and final chapter of this thing. And I'm really hoping for just like a lot less text. And hopefully for it to just be a lot shorter than this last one was. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.